This week in Canberra, something raw and real exploded on the Senate floor, a moment that hit like a gut punch. For every Australian staring down skyrocketing rents, endless wait lists, or the nightmare of kids stuck at home forever, Senator Andrew Bragg, calm as ice but sharp as a blade, fired one simple question that refused to die. How many houses have actually been completed under the Housing Australia Future Fund? Not promised, not planned, not in the pipeline, built, finished, keys in hands, ready for families to move in. For weeks earlier, he'd asked the same thing. Penny Wong, the government's Senate leader, promised she'd get the numbers and come back. She didn't. So Bragg came back harder, polite but relentless. And what followed was pure political theatre, but the kind that exposes everything wrong. With how power talks past pain, Wong dodged. She threw out big numbers: 28,000 homes in planning and construction, 18,000 through the HAFF and National Housing Accord, 10,000 more through other schemes. She praised the government's vision, slammed the opposition for opposing the fund, accused them of wanting zero homes built. But she never gave the one number Bragg demanded. Not once. The chamber buzzed. Points of order flew like sparks. Opposition. Senators jumped in. The question is clear: completed homes. If you don't know, just say it. The Senate president tried to keep order, but the tension was electric. Every time Wong veered into politics or philosophy, Bragg dragged it back. Completed houses. A number. It was surgical. No yelling. No insults. Just a quiet hammer. Then came the twist. Bragg dropped a bomb. Housing Minister Claire O'Neill had told the ABC the fund had completed more than 2,000 homes. Was that true? And of those, how many were actually built new versus bought or acquired? Wong praised O'Neill's competence, but still wouldn't break it down. She circled back to her attack. If Bragg were in charge, the number would be zero. The opposition was blocking 80,000 homes with their disallowance. Political jabs flew. But the core question hung there like smoke unanswered. Outside the chamber, the real story screamed. Australians aren't watching Senate replays for fun. They're living the crisis. Families crammed into one-bedroom units. Young people giving up on owning anything. Veterans couch surfing. Women escaping violence with nowhere safe to go. Renters paying half their income just to keep a roof. In cities, inspections feel like auctions. In regional towns, announcements come, but shovels never hit dirt. And here was a senior minister under pressure, unable or unwilling to say how many actual homes the flagship fund had delivered. The contrast was brutal. The government talks billions invested, targets set, pipelines flowing. But people live in the now. They need roofs today, not press releases tomorrow. When a straightforward question gets buried under spin, it doesn't just frustrate, it erodes trust. Deeply. This wasn't about Liberal versus Labour anymore. It was about credibility. Bragg didn't need to win the argument. The evasion did it for him. Wong's experienced, battle-hardened. She's handled tougher spots. Yet she couldn't or wouldn't deliver a straight number. That silence echoed louder than any speech. The fallout hit fast. Clips spread like wildfire on social media. People shared them with captions like, "If they can't answer this, what else are they hiding?" Talkback radio lit up. State housing ministers got dragged in. Asked if they even knew what was landing in their backyards. Veterans groups pointed out how shortages crush ex-service members hardest. Community organizations said transparency isn't optional, it's the foundation of trust. Even internationally, commentators noted it as a textbook case of political communication failing when accountability matters most. Because housing isn't abstract policy. It's survival. It's dignity. It's the difference between hope and despair. When governments promise big and deliver small, or worse, can't prove what they've delivered, the gap between Canberra and the rest of Australia widens. And it hurts. Look at the facts as they stand. The HAFF, launched with $10 billion, aims for 40,000 social and affordable homes over 5 years, part of a broader 55,000 target. By late 2025, rounds 1 and 2 committed nearly 19,000 homes, with about 9,500 under construction. But completions, official updates showed just 889 finished as of November. Some big projects like Swift Walk in Victoria, with 270 to social, affordable units, have opened. Others are ramping up. Round 3 is gearing to unlock another 21,000. Progress is happening, but it's slow. Many completions involve acquisitions, not new builds. And the total federal investment since Labor took office has delivered over 5,000 social and affordable homes across programs, but the HAFF itself, still in the hundreds, not thousands. That's the rub. The government highlights momentum, commitments, future rounds. Critics highlight the gap between hype and reality. And in that Senate moment, the gap became impossible to ignore. This exchange crystallized something deeper. Australians are tired of big talk. They want proof. They want numbers that match the pain they feel every month when bills rise. They want leaders who answer hard questions without deflection. Because when a simple question, "How many homes are actually done?" gets treated like an attack, it signals something broken in the system. So here we are, days after that clash, still asking the same thing Senator Bragg asked. How many houses have been completed? Not might be, not could be, are. If that question makes people in power uncomfortable, maybe it's time to ask why. Is transparency optional now? Or is this just another case of politics drifting too far from the lives it claims to serve? What do you think? Does this change how you see the housing debate? Drop your thoughts below. Share this with anyone who cares about real outcomes over rhetoric. Because at the end of the day, homes aren't built by announcements. They're built by action. And right now, too many Australians are still waiting.